Okay folks, today I'm right here in my own neighborhood again in Kingwood. We've got what looks like a swarm on the beam. They've been here for a couple days, but we're just not sure if they're still fully a swarm because down here where the post meets the beam, there's a crack, and I can see bees going in and out of the crack, but I can't tell if they're getting in the post or not, or if they're just exploring that crack. So I'm going to set a hive body right up here on top of this wall, throw a little bit of lemongrass oil on it, and then I'm going to start picking through that cluster and see if I can't find a queen. So we're going to get after it. Can you see it? You might have to put your phone or your hand up where you can see the screen. But okay, so I've got two products that I'm going to use. This is lemongrass oil. It smells exactly like the niacinamide pheromone that the bees put off. It's their come hither pheromone. It means they're happy. So I'll put a few drops of this on the landing board of the hive, and a few drops just kind of throughout the hive on the frames. You don't want to use a whole lot. It's very, very potent stuff. It's concentrate. Second product is the ever famous Bee Quick. It's a repellent. It's all natural solution made of different essential oils. So it's non-toxic, non-chemical. The bees just absolutely hate the smell of it. And handy dandy queen clip so I can try to find the queen. We'll just look real close. What I'll do is I'm going to grab my outer cover, and I'll use this for a tabletop so I can take handfuls of bees and put them on this so I can see them. They'll all run every direction when I throw them off. That'll give me a chance to try to move that queen a little easier. That sun is in, of course, the worst spot. And I hope I don't get stung on the nose, because that seems to always happen when I do this. Come on, girls. The beauty is, when they're in a state like this, they're very, very docile. They're essentially homeless, so they have nothing to defend, and they have no reason to be aggressive or angry. And so when you pick them up like that, they don't really seem to mind. You just got to go slow and easy. You don't want to crush one. If you crush or pinch one, she might sting you. But otherwise, you can just real easy get a handful of them. And what I'm doing is just tossing out, just moving them over here, and then drop them on the lid. And when they all run, I'll look to see if I see the queen go running. I've got a couple of them. They're starting to walk back underneath the beam, and they'll go back and hopefully find that hive body and start to explore it a little bit. Whoops! There's a sting. Ouch! Get out! After I just said they're not aggressive, huh? They're not aggressive. I just moved too quick. Let me see, since I moved some stuff around, see if I can see a queen. Not yet. Hopefully they don't sting you there again. When they sting you like that, they release alarm pheromone, and it'll mark that spot. You tend to get stung over and over again. But hopefully I pulled back fast enough that she didn't really mark me a whole lot. But now I'm gun shy. And I can always put my gloves on if I don't want to be a cowboy. Come on, come on, come on. At this point, the bees aren't really giving me any direction. They're not really running towards a queen or doing anything like that. So it's just kind of a slow game of trying to move them around and see what you can see. Try to target the biggest clusters of them. I'm not getting any of them. If I can get a few of them on the landing board to start fanning and saying that's the best spot to be, then maybe that'll help get a move going. couple to run in on that. Keep putting them down here in front. Hopefully they'll start running into the box, and then eventually they'll start fanning on the front of the box, and they'll start putting off that nasinol pheromone. What I use that lemongrass oil for mimics that pheromone. The bees will actually start putting that smell off on their own, and start telling all the other bees that, you know, this is where we want to be. Golly, got another one. All right, time to glove up. Stop trying to be a tough guy. Probably should have used a little bit of smoke. But I didn't want to pack any more than I had to, so I didn't even pack my smoker. Pack my oil here. Boy, those things smart. The real important thing is not to get stung on the face, because my coworkers absolutely love when that happens. All the other guys that I work with, they have a lot of fun when I get stung on the nose. Like my face swells up the next day. Yeah, I can't get a hold of them. Put my gloves on. You can probably cut it off. Well, folks, you can see we've got them on the run now. I haven't found the queen yet, but I was digging through the pile of bees and not getting any luck, so I just wanted to get them off this post so I could see. So I started spritzing some Bee Quick down inside that crack and down inside this crack over here. And we've got them moving now. They're just pouring out of the post. So with any luck, and it looks like they're pouring out, and some of them are kind of maybe starting to orient on the box. So with any luck, we can actually just drive them out of this post. I'm going to keep dousing Bee Quick in there and keep them moving, and hopefully eventually that'll drive the queen out too. She'll come on out, and then she'll find that box to be real attractive. At which point, once we don't see any more bees coming out of the post, then we'll see about sealing up the holes. So for now, it's just a game of putting an awful lot of Bee Quick in that space, as much as I can get in there without hurting the bees. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, guys, so this is probably the funniest thing that's ever happened to me on a bee removal. We did confirm they were inside the post. They've only been here a couple days though, so I just soaked the inside of the post with Bee Quick and managed to drive them out. Now, I had gone home without caging the queen, and about an hour later, the homeowner calls me. He was really excited about this, and he calls me and he says, I think I caught the queen. I'm almost sure I caught the queen. Now, I'm wondering how in the heck he caught the queen, because he has no bee suit or anything, but he was out here playing with them anyway and couldn't get enough. And sure enough, right here below this little window, you can see there's still a few clustered up there. The bees had bearded up there, and she was inside of it. And he was out here digging through, and he managed to catch her, and now he's got her in this little Tupperware container with some holes punched in the lid. But we're going to go ahead and move her over into a little queen clip cage and put that inside the box, and then I've got a feed jar of honey here with them, and put a feeder on them, and then we'll let them stay here for the night, and we'll come back and get them tomorrow once they're settled down and happier. So there she is, guys. This is incredible for me. I could never imagine getting this lucky. But she's in there, and she looks good, she looks healthy, so we're going to put her up there inside the hive body, throw this feeder on them, and like I said, we'll come back and get them tomorrow. Well, folks, I just couldn't help but make a wrap-up video on this one. This is day 2, Monday evening. It's about 10:45 at night. I just got the bees home. This is a big colony. I'm proud of this one. I'm doing everything I can to keep them alive. After letting that queen get overheated and die the other day from being in that cage for too long, I've set this hive for right now temporarily in the shaded area where it'll get almost all day shade, just partial sun in the morning and late afternoon. And I went ahead and released that queen. She looks good. So 24 hours in the cage, she did okay. She looks good right now. So what I've done was, there on the bottom board, you can see I've got the little introducer. That's actually just a support. I've actually laid a queen excluder on between the bottom board and the bottom hive body, so that ideally the queen cannot get out. But she's still free to roam, so she's not confined to that little cage. So she can move around the box if she wants. The bees have got a honey jar on for food, so they can hopefully start draining that puppy down, start building some comb. And yeah, hopefully we got us a nice big colony here. They look good so far, so we're going to wrap that one up, and for right now, call it early success, and hope to God they don't die on me.